Now, Spider Runt, this game is over!
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're taking a closer look at the surprise villain from across the Spider-Verse.
Can't stop me now!
You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
For this video, we're exploring comic history to see where the final antagonist of the movie came from, and where the twisted big bad may go next in the third film. If you haven't seen Across the Spider-Verse yet, beware of major spoilers swinging your way. Who's your favorite animated Spidey villain? Let us know in the comments. Although Across the Spider-Verse was full of great surprises, they saved a shock stronger than a venom blast for last. After Miles Morales escapes the Spider Society by hopping in a dimensional device, he ends up on a world known as Earth-42. He's only there for a short while before his Uncle Aaron shows up with very bad intentions.
The kids out there, I'll find them.
You know me, sir. I don't ever quit.
Before long, Miles gets knocked out by the Prowler and tied to a punching bag. After the hero comes to, it's revealed that Aaron isn't the purple-suited villain. It turns out that the Earth-42 version of Miles is the one who wears the Prowler suit.
Hey, Roxxon's stealing your stuff.
From what I hear, you are too.
And this evil Morales doesn't want to let the hero swing free. To figure out why the sinister Miles wants to keep his counterpart, we're going to take a look at the character's origins. The evil Morales we saw on screen is actually the combination of two distinct and equally wicked copies of the original hero. Miles just has an unfortunate knack for running into people with similar powers or abilities that want him dead.
My world had a Miles Morales too, and your life will end as his did, in pain and misery by my hand!
In any case, the first person the evil Morales is based on was an older version of himself. To keep things simple, we'll refer to the mature Miles as Mr. Morales, aka Ultimatum from now on. This character first surfaced after the big Secret Wars event. While we won't dive into the crossover's full details, the most important thing to know is that Miles had to leave the Earth 1610 universe behind so he could live in a new world.
Welcome to the Triskelion. Your new home until we find a way to get you back to your old one.
When a curious Peter tried to find out who Mr. Morales was on Earth 616, he found nothing. Not even private investigator Jessica Jones could find a scrap of information on the guy. However, it turned out that Ultimatum had purposefully taken himself off the radar. Years before the new Miles arrived on Earth 616, Mr. Morales was a criminal working for a powerful family. The antagonist was so loyal to his bosses that he handed himself over to the police and went to jail for the organization. While in jail, Mr. Morales befriended an imprisoned kingpin. Ultimatum even went a step further and kept the big bad safe from an assassination attempt within the walls. While the incident left Mr. Morales with a face full of scars, he gained a permanent friendship with Kingpin. The two quickly took over the crime scene in New York City upon their release. And when Mr. Morales wanted to hide away from the world to spend time with his love interest Barbara, Kingpin helped erase his friend's digital footprint.
I tried to do this quietly, not wanting to draw attention. The last thing I wanted was for anyone close to me to become a target from those who do not share my dream.
Ultimatum was ready to live a happy life until his girlfriend died. Kingpin comforted Mr. Morales by saying that since there was a multiverse, his love interest was still out there. Ultimatum soon became obsessed with reaching a world where Barbara was alive.
All we have to do is kill a couple of spiders, and the Collider will bring your family back. As many families as you want.
Eventually, his mission to enter the multiverse attracted the attention of Miles. The hero tried desperately to reach his Earth 616 counterpart without any success. When they finally met, Mr. Morales shot his counterpart, walked into a new universe, and found a new version of Barbara. It seemed like Ultimatum would get a new happily ever after, until his relationship failed. Although we don't have all the details as to why, Mr. Morales decided to return to his homeworld of Earth 616 to conquer Brooklyn again. He also happened to come back with a Captain America-like shield and a suit that granted him all the size-changing powers of Ant-Man. Mr. Morales decided to use his new powers to try and kick Miles off Earth 616.
Okay, tiny dude is big now. He's big now.
First, Ultimatum got an unwilling Prowler and a very eager variant of Green Goblin onto his payroll.
I destroyed one Spider-Man already. Time for another!
So greedy!
Next, he sent an exact clone of Miles to capture the original hero. The mission finally succeeded when the new Spider-Man was knocked out in a huge explosion. Once Miles awoke, Ultimatum immediately tried to send the hero to Earth 1610. Fortunately, Prowler broke out and saved his nephew. But Aaron ultimately appeared to sacrifice his life to send Mr. Morales through a multiverse portal.
Miles.
Uncle Aaron, this is my fault.
Miles didn't have much time to mourn before a younger yet equally sinister copy of himself showed up. This new character called himself Salim. Shortly after meeting Miles, the villain revealed that he was yet another Spidey clone. Since Salim had recently gone around the city committing crimes while wearing a Spider-Man costume, Miles was not too happy with this copy.
Hands up! Put your arms up now!
The hero was so angry that he infiltrated the villain's base and destroyed its contents. When Salim arrived at the ruined warehouse, the clone revealed that he was dying and looking for a way to extend his life.
I want more life, Father.
Upon realizing that Miles had destroyed vital research and materials, the villain tried to rip the hero's family apart. Fortunately, 2 other clones rebelled against Salim and tried to stop him. The villain retaliated by unleashing a gigantic venom blast that seemingly led to the deaths of both him and another clone.
Whoa.
After Salim's apparent death, the comic Miles finally got a break from evil versions of himself trying to assassinate him. But now it's time for the Across the Spider-Verse hero to experience what it's like fighting someone with his face. Based on what we know so far, the evil Prowler Miles in the movie has a criminal history and relies on advanced weaponry just like Ultimatum did. He can also pass for the young hero because they're about the same age. And lastly, the teenage Prowler has just become aware that the multiverse exists.
Who is he? We don't know. Except he's managed to be a pain in our butt in more than one dimension.
So what's his next move? We think it's likely that the villain wants a taste of the power Miles has. The teenage Prowler may be holding on to his good counterpart so he can find a way to get spider powers on his own.
This kid can turn himself invisible. Watch this. He can do it now.
Alternatively, the villain may want something he can only get in Earth 1610. That's why we may see the teenage Prowler hop to another world while pretending to be Miles. No matter what the villain's endgame is, we have a feeling the final battle will see these 2 spider people trading blows and venom blasts.
Everyone keeps telling me how my story is supposed to go. Nah, I'ma do my own thing.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Bringing in an evil Miles was one of the best and most exciting choices Across the Spider-Verse made. Since this new villain has similarities to 2 different antagonists, he still feels completely fresh and unique from his inspirations. And we're also very excited to see what happens when he runs into a dimension-hopping spot that already has a grudge against Miles. While we're sure the hero would prefer not to punch someone with his face, we don't think the villain will give Spider-Man an ultimatum.
Enough! You don't need to be alive for me to take what's mine.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.